Caner Universe, it's Caner Tip Tuesday. Today, an important topic. What if you find yourself in the role of protecting what you love the most? You have it with you. You have it in your other hand, and one cane you have, and one hand you have the cane, and the other one, you're in that protective. Well, how does that work? How does that pan out? What's the strategy that's going to give you the best probability to survive that scenario? That's what we're looking at today. But before we do that, as always, a warm welcome to the faithful followers of the Cane Fist Way. Those of you who are here for the first time, do this now so that you don't forget. If you like the content, hit that subscribe button and the little bell icon so that you don't miss any future content, and avail yourself of the number one, the no-cost cane clarity call. People still asking, what is that? This is what we do all day long. We schedule a call with you and find out where you are in terms of your cane training, in your level of interest. Do you need a cane? Are you looking for canes? And more importantly, how can you get cane trained? That remains the real equalizer. Doesn't matter how many canes you are. Doesn't matter what I can do or the instructors can do. You're always going to be limited by what your training allows you to do. Let's find out how we can make that happen. Yes, even if you're on the other side of the world. That's what we do. We specialize in training caners worldwide, wherever they are, in comfort, safety, effectively, and enjoyably. So the way you do that, by the way, text the letter CCC to 305-745-7839. Do that now. What happens when you have your cane, you're getting out of the car, you have something like this? Oh my goodness. This is Caner Jammer. This is Joshua right here. And you have what you love the most in your hands. You got out of the vehicle, or you're going to the vehicle. And then all of a sudden you find yourself and you're in this situation, and here comes this guy and he wants, what he wants. And how do we handle this situation? Huh? All right. I got a feeling pretty soon he's going to be doing this stuff up here too. So looking forward to that, perhaps. Listen, I get questions from parents all the time. Mom, grocery store, right? Grocery cart, you have the kids. Maybe you're carrying the cane, maybe you're not, but you're getting approached. What happens? What do I do with the kids? It's all training, just like you would, like they do fire drills, in the schools. We have this conversation before and we say, hey, we're going to open that car door. That's number one. Get them in the car if you can do that. Let them, you got to lock that up and say, don't come out of there because mommy or daddy, we're going to go to war now. So that's the first component. You have to have that strategy in place. You have to have that conversation. That's number one. Number two, ACSD, we teach you to be ambidextrous. Last week, we demonstrated sitting from the chair and that what I call sleight of hand. Yeah, I can do this if the attack is coming from here, but boy, it's more effective and efficient and tactically sound if I can just go ahead and do that. In this situation, you're going to want to have that tool in whatever you consider to be that dominant hand. If there's a side that's you're going to want that cane and that tool in that hand. You don't always have that luxury. That's why we need you to train both ways. Both sides of the body. That's brain training. It should be built in to the way that you train, but you're going to want that there. And if you saw me when I'm carrying, this is a concept of ACSD. We call it the HBC, or half body concept. If you look at me here, look at how square I am. I want to go ahead and just shift that slightly here, remove that back shoulder, and keep this. See, I can now be in this protective mode, and as he's coming in, as the assailant's coming, now I can get to work from here. This is known as the cover hand. It's not known as the other hand in ACSD. The cover hand is there. Yes, it's designed to cover vital areas. It's also designed, if I get in a situation, I may be able to use that hand, but it's also designed to not be in the way. So you saw how I was holding Josh there, and I got half body, and I'm moving over here. And this can be, I don't know what it is, it's whatever you care about. Mama sends you to the grocery, she says, don't crack any eggs when you get home or you're gonna get a bigger beating. And you gotta hold that bag here to the side. You can't afford to not target anatomically what's going to give you the biggest bang for your buck. Everybody thinks head, head, head. No, when you're in a situation like this and I'm coming here, he's got reason, he can do things. But if I take out that limb, all come down and take out those wheels. I keep telling you over and over, because it's very difficult. He didn't know that shot was coming. I'm dealing with him here, and here we go. The idea is to get out of that mess. So have a strategy beforehand, right? Whether you're coming to, we train the kids and say, hey, we're going in a beeline. You know, whatever's in the car gets left in the car. Toys, shoes, I don't care what it is, but I'm not going to be that dad that's fumbling with keys and doing, everything is in my hand already. I have a strategy, I have a plan, so have that conversation first. Number two, hey, half body concept, power shots, cover hand, because this represents you know, controlling, taking care, and moving around. And do it in such a way in your drilling that you have to go ahead and move, and go ahead and you have to move over here and follow and target. Do that, practice it that way. Number three, you gotta have a backup. What's the backup? What am I talking about? What happens if you lose a tool? You can't lose the tool, but what happens if you lose that tool? And then the natural thing is say, well, ACSD has an empty hand translation system. Sure it does. And you're wise to go ahead and put that in. But if I'm in a situation like this, I'm dealing with him, you know, and he has the cane now, oh boy, now he comes over here and I don't want to have to deal with that, right? I'd rather have a backup tool. Say, hey, down, 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 right? And give some very real, you know, you hear my verbals down, down, down. It's a whole nother, but most of you probably already do have a secondary tool. The what ifs. You know, I said it, I always say, you hear me talk about it, you're always going to be limited. You're going to do, especially under duress, what your training allows you to do. And that's why I encourage you one more time. Is the training going to be for you? I don't want to hear, oh, I'm too old, I'm too tired, I'm too injured, I'm in pain. Criminals don't care. That's why we want to have that conversation to see if this is something that will work for you. Text those letters, CCC for Cane Clarity Call, to 305-745-7839. I'm Joe Robaina for American Cane Self-Defense. Thanks for watching. Keep caning.